See, guys, I'm making this video right now because it just happened. I'm walking to the metro, from the metro station to my house. I did not even leave the metro station yet, like the one that is near my house. As I am walking out, I put the card on the reader so it opens the gate for me. And there's this guy. I hear him say, or his friend is saying, go to Beit Shawarma, which is House of Shawarma. It's a restaurant, very known one, and it's walking distance from where we are, like 5 minutes. So I say, excuse me, sir, are you trying to go to this place? He goes, yes. I said, okay, walk with me. I'm gonna get on my way. He said, okay. We're walking and we're talking. I was like, how are you? What's his name? This and the other. He starts speaking to me. We're talking. He's an Egyptian guy. He's telling me how, if you're Muslim, you understand this. If you're not, you won't get it that much. But this guy has a daughter in Italy, Algeria, Egypt, and somewhere else, I think. This guy's a businessman. Each place he went to try to start a business, it failed. Or didn't do it as good. And each one of his daughters or kids, they all speak the language of the place that they're from. And only maybe one other than the one that's in Egypt knows a little bit of Arabic, but it's broken. So we're just talking. And I asked him again, what were the businesses that you've done? And he goes, I have a restaurant. I have a place where I sell like vegetables and stuff. And somewhere else, I think a clinic or something near. And one of the buildings he points to says, this is my building. This is one of the buildings I own. Or something like that, where we put our name on it. I was like, dang, this is a cool guy. So we start chatting more and more. And before I leave, I said, is this your stop? He goes, oh no, it's not this stop. It's a place right next to it. I'm like, okay, bet. So we keep walking, keeps talking, just telling me about his life. Connected with the guy. Got his number. He even initially, he's like, let me get your number. I like you. Let me get your number. I bet. Now, this is nothing to be insanely excited about. I still have, there's nothing that really came out of it. We're just talking about his life. He's telling me how, he up and down, left, right, and center. But the point of it is if I didn't decide to put out there like, hey, you need some help, I got you. He would have been like, he would have just stand there, not know where to go, and we would have never had this conversation. But because I did that, without expecting anything in return, not knowing who this guy was, and just trying to have a genuine conversation, I learned some things about him. Now I think I could probably actually work with this guy. So, this is what I've been preaching a lot, is put yourself out there. Genuinely, who gives a crap about who's watching, who cares? I just recorded one of the videos out in one of the, not the most populated place, but it was very populated. There was a lot of people walking. And I'm holding it down here, not like how I am now, because I'm still trying to get used to it. But just every day, just 1% better, or a little bit better, or even at 0.001%. I don't care, but just try it. Just do it. Follow what it is that you want to do. And, I'm a pretty talkative guy. I don't know half the things he was talking about. Or like maybe just a quarter of it I didn't understand. Because, Egyptian Arabic is pretty fast, but I can understand it pretty well because, I have family who are from there. Like, I'm a quarter Egyptian. And, I also know, freaking, what's it called? I know, La ilaha illallah. I know Arabic pretty well, so obviously, there's just some words that I'm not going to understand. But I'm letting this guy carry the conversation, and who knows, like I said, I could probably work with him. He could be one of the first clients. And my goal recently was legit to say is that I'm going to start going out to these places. Today, I didn't do any outreach, which I probably might do when I get home, or probably not. I don't know. See how it is. I'm just doing the normal 15. Just keep doing that, because that doesn't take a lot of time. But walking to these places and talking to these people and finding where their managers are and talking to them and building that human connection for how digital this world is becoming. And it's just like, it was just right there, living in the flesh, right in front of me. And I just want you guys to take that away, because, maybe something happens. Maybe nothing. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but I'm also not going to back down from it, from an opportunity. So, Put your left foot forward. Go have these conversations. I want to, like, if it was in the U.S., I probably might feel a little bit more inclined to, because everyone there mainly speaks English, you know? Here, everyone speaks Arabic. I don't know the first thing to start something. But if I hear someone here start speaking English, I'm going to go talk to them. And you know what? There has been opportunities where I could have, but I just didn't. And it doesn't really matter. Just do it. You don't have to get their contact. You don't have to do anything. But if you see them once, you had a great conversation, you see them again, hey man, how's it going? How's everything? And continue from there. I promise you, you know, you'll build something, because that second conversation, that's when you get the contact. Maybe the third, fourth, fifth time. Maybe after a couple of coffees, then they're like, I really love what you're doing. Let's talk about this more. And you connect and you build. And this is what I mean by go to the places where these people are at. Obviously, this guy was at the metro station trying to figure out where his friend's at. This British guy, he's trying to meet, or one of his friends who's Egyptian. He's lived in the UK for a long period of time, so he speaks very, very good English. But now that I know him, I could know that guy, and if this guy's a business guy, this guy might be a business guy. In something that I don't even need help with, but which is, people might not like when I say this, but human beings are tools to each other. Human beings are tools to each other. Your loved ones, people you work with, that you hire, whatever it is, they're tools, because there might be tools for love, there might be tools for guidance, there might be tools for hiring, there might be tools for understanding, for guidance, for wisdom, for, like, your mother is a tool for coming into for a sense of love and care. Your dad might be the person who's a tool when you want to get some wisdom, right? Obviously, you have the human connection, the laughing, the joking, but that's also tools. Like, when you want to laugh, you make a joke with them, right? And I know that's such a maybe diabolical way to think about it, but if you really look in between the lines, people are just tools, right? The more people you know, the better connections you have, the more you move up in life. My mom knows this very wealthy lady who's given me so much help without just because my mom is a really good person. And she became a tool for me when it comes to asking about questions, showing her what I'm doing, getting some advice. And she helps me. She's like family. So just do that. When I used to work in what's it called? I used to do for high school, like credits for like community service hours. I overpassed my community service hours because I really liked working at this one place. It was a thrift store, and all the money would go to charities in different places, like kids in need of clothes and food for school, and women who went through domestic violence cases or stuff like that. And to give a long story short, one of the managers there, she ran like huge construction companies. She really ran the whole 9 yards, and she was just telling me what she does, and she connected me with her son. And her son is more in the AI world and the tech world, and is really good at designing and branding and everything that comes with it. This one guy that, I don't know, when I was doing valet, I was reading a book. It's called Unscripted. It's a very, very, very straightforward book, but also maybe a little bit of the Andrew Tate vibes when it comes to, you know, like, when it comes to, like, the cussing and the get out the matrix type of style of stuff. But I was reading this book, and this one guy saw, he's a guy who has his own business, does construction, and he was like, he knows this, I connected with him, doesn't really respond that much, but he connected me with a guy I consider my mentor. I email him almost every 6 months. I haven't done it, I'm not gonna lie, in a year maybe, but every time I email him, give him an update on what's going on and with life and what I'm doing and what I'm thinking, he will shoot me with questions that, like, ask yourself these, and boom, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know that. So I'll work on that for the next 6 months. Maybe not abruptly, but like subconsciously I'm working on it, and I don't even remember what the hell he said. So when I come back to him and I look at those questions that he gave me originally, I'll be like, these are the answers to these questions. And then he goes, okay, now I have these questions. And I'm like, God damn. And all these people are connections that I've met just through being out there. You know, like one was with who I'm working, and this guy asked me what I'm reading, and then I asked him for his contact. I wasn't afraid to. This guy that I was helping just today, I asked him about if he needs help, and we just talked, and boom, that's another. This other person that I was talking to at the lady I told you guys that I was working for in the thrift store. It was everyone there was volunteers. No one was making money out of that. And I connected through there. And there's people that I've met just out and about. It's just like, you know, and if I never would have said anything, if I had kept my mouth closed, I would not have been fed with information. If I kept my mouth closed, I would have never been fed I would never been fed information. I'm gonna say that one more time. If my mouth was closed, I would have not been fed with their information. Because all of them are either in the midst of doing it, already done it. Because the lady, she's about to retire, right? But she's a very active lady, mashallah, like she moves. Then there's the people that I'm talking to that are in the midst of doing it and have made names for themselves. Like I'm never, like the guy I told you that I connected with that every 6 months I talk to, he runs a company that he does helping authors publish their book and become, number one selling or whatever it is. And it's just like, I would never need that. But if I ever wanted to publish a book or connect with him or be able to help him, I'll be able to do something. I'll be able to create something. And he's giving me information that I would have never gotten if I didn't say anything. And I probably would have gotten in different ways, but he shortcut it for me every 6 months. So I think I'm going to reach out to him again and just tell him, like, I update him on all kind of stuff. And I asked him if he can be a speaker at this AI event that I was hosting, me and a couple of friends, but it never went through. Thankfully, it didn't. I'm not going to lie, because a lot of controversy going on now. I don't know how that would have been. Or, I don't know. Allah is the best of planners. God is the best of planners. But to keep it short, or to stop it here, because I don't want this video to be any longer than it needs to be, is truly and utterly put yourself out there. Go to the places that these people might be. Ask for information. Don't be afraid to be the dumbest person in the room. Because if you're this cup, right? You are this cup right here. You either meet people that keep you here, that bring you down, or boost you up. If you want people to help you here and help save you time so you can get here, great. If you are here and you meet people that take you here, great. If you're here and you know people, you're in a room with people down here, and you're the smartest guy, man, you should be wanting to ask, like, if you're in a room with all your friends and they just know the direct definition of what net profit is, anyone can Google that, great, whatever, sure, doesn't do anything. But if you meet somebody who's made $100 million in revenue, or $1 million, or 500,000, or 50,000 a month, or something, 10,000 a month, figure out for yourself, what does that look like when you're in those rooms? You're not gonna know a damn thing, so you gotta become a sponge. Suck all that information in. Absorb it. So, I'll leave you with what I said earlier. I'm going to tweet this too. But if I kept my mouth closed, I wouldn't have been fed with information. Assalamu alaikum.